Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and today we're going to take a look at the update again, but we're going to go through it really quickly and just touch on each topic instead of like watching the whole thing, so we can kind of have everything summarized just really quickly and be excited. So this summary is off of Jansis in the Reddits. So thank you so much for putting this together, because I tried and it failed miserably because I kept missing stuff. So let's go through all the information. He also has it laid out when it's coming, which is very important. So first off, we have the skin / hero reveals for Ilniav, Buddy Kairon, Summer Montmorency, and Iseria, Emil Charles, Emil Cowrick, and Straze. I'll have all the videos linked in the description below if you want to actually see all these things. I do want to mention as well that I feel like we had similar information about other summer units that never actually got anything from it. So I don't know if that's 100% confirms it, but it probably does. As for the second quarter, they're improving summoning selections for new players, making it easier to get a unit from it, which is actually pretty fantastic. I still think they should go further with that, but it is what it is. They're also adding a second selective summon. I believe everybody gets it. Could be incorrect there, probably incorrect there. After clearing episode 3, which is with the newer episode people instead of the older stuff. This is really cool, and if everybody gets it, which I think they do, you do have to remember that you can't redo it infinitely like you can when you re-roll your account. So somebody like me, you only have those 30 chances. ML Connection Hero, probably one of the biggest things they added, and I'm shocked by it. They're basically making it so you can pick one of the first 6 original ML heroes for free. These are RB, Emil Ken, Dark Corvus, Ruel, Judge Kisei, and S10. I'll have a video kind of talking about each one of those to help you decide as well in the future. They're making it easier to unlock RGB heroes from Connection, and specifically adding Angelica as well. This is really important for new players. Might not seem like much if you haven't started a new account lately, but the pacing in which you progress is so much faster than the pacing in which you used to. So you end up not unlocking characters when you need them. And on top of that, when you unlock some characters like Montmorency, who is a fantastic unit in her specialty change, she's god-awful without it. So because of that, they made specialty change starting at 30 now instead of 50, which is a massive change, because you can't really promote your Montmorency to 50 to get it started right away, because you're going to completely hinder other parts of the game. We then have, I'm making sure everything's on the screen as I go through it, I promise. We now have penguins being reworked. Basically means it's going to be inventory based as well. You can still sell them, don't worry. And they are no longer taking a slot, obviously, and they stack in your inventory, so that's fantastic. You can also get points to get extra penguins. It's a really weird system that I personally find confusing, but you might not. Maybe it's just because I understand the Phantasm system and XP system so much. But generally, this should make farming better. Also, this means you can farm with a full max level team and still get the XP from it, which is great. They also have a new potion of Ascension, which promotes heroes to 6-star at once, apparently given from the Adventurer's Path, probably paid for as well. This would be great for new players too, just to get that starting at 6-star makes a massive difference. We have pets unlocked at a lower rank. I don't think this makes too much of a difference. I don't know what I think about this. I think pets need a lot of changes, specifically the amount of gold it takes to get pets. I really think that's what they should be improving with it, not this. Because if you unlock pets at a lower rank, you're not really going to have gold to do much with it. Abyss rewards up to floor 40 improved. That's pretty sweet as well. They're also making it so we get more entries, which I believe was through the Adventurer's Path, which is also something new players needed. A lot of targeting at new players, which is just fantastic as well. We then have the side stories unlocked after clearing episode 1. Energy required to clear the shop reduced by up to 25%, which is great. And now each side story is going to have a Molagora and Goblin challenge, even if it's one of those pitcher ones without it. All of them are going to have an additional Mulagora and Goblin to help improve these. This is also really great. Nothing bad to say about that, obviously. More Molas is always great. They're adding Friendship Lanterns to the exchange shop. And the way they're doing this is they're making it so if the main character of the event is fire, you'll be able to buy fire lanterns from the exchange shop. One thing I'm actually kind of curious is they're adding stuff to the exchange shop, but they're reducing it by 25%, up to 25%. So does that include the addition of this? Or like, is the 25% taken off and then they're adding more? I'm really curious about that. Hopefully it's the first one. They're also making the drop rate of charms much higher, which is great. Not much higher, higher. Epic and rare catalyst selection chests as rewards as well. Receive all, thank you. That was annoying, going like until everything goes up. Improved UI. This is basically just showing you what you can upgrade when you fail. So if you fail, you'll get like a you can upgrade this character, you can upgrade this gear, you can buy this pack. that's not for the players, by the way, that's for them. Equipment balance adjustment. They specifically mention revenge and injury, I believe, but the general idea on this was they wanted to bring more sets up to par or close to usable versus speed without nerfing speed. They made that very clear. They also specifically mentioned Golem and, again, that new hunt nobody ever does. So I would imagine sets from there are what they're going to focus on. I would imagine the Banshee and Azumanic and Wyvern will probably not be touched as much. So maybe the defensive options in Golem, or maybe some shuffling of sets. I'm sure they'll do something. They also said new type of side story, Advent. This one is really exciting to me. Basically, you use 9 heroes, 3 phases, buffs according to element, occurs bi-weekly after episode 2, contains an exchange shop. So I really hope this is a fun game mode. I'm really excited for this. Anything new PvE is really good news for me. I just really hope every passive ability they have or active ability isn't a full-on Yu-Gi-Oh card. I hope it's understandable, intuitive, and enjoyable. Like, the big thing for me personally is I want to learn a fight by doing the fight and seeing what happens. I don't want to learn a fight by clicking into it and reading 13 different paragraphs and then still not understanding it. That's just me personally. Summer special event, we already knew this was coming. They also hinted that summer Seaside Bologna was coming soon, because they specifically mentioned summer and then said people are really expecting us to release such and such coming up soon. So they implied it was being released soon. Automaton level 5, I'm unbelievably stoked for this. This is one of the most fun game modes they've added. I just wish I could do it more regularly, which is cool. And this is actually what I'm excited about most for all of this, and that's guild PvE, working together with guildmates to hunt down a boss. Players of all levels can contribute. Also, Mangoville recruiting, just high level people, unfortunately, specifically because we are in quotes top level guild, and you will get slaughtered in Guild War if you aren't like heavily geared and heavily progressed. Fourth quarter. This is coming later this year, hopefully. And of course, all these times may change, so don't be mad at them if this doesn't line up perfectly. Like, don't be mad if Guardian leveling doesn't come till like 2022, because if you get mad at them for that, then they won't tell you and won't give you an outline of what they're planning. So be very careful about complaining about that. But either way, episode 4, important things that they mentioned is the character releases that we get are very heavily dependent on what episode we're in. Specifically, we have Politia Politia in this episode, which means we're having a lot of machines, a lot of robots, a lot of stuff like that. Whereas I feel like what they said about episode 4, it's more of a relaxed area. Specifically, they mentioned the Suin and a village, so that's really important. They didn't say like massive city like all the ones we have now or anything like that. They specifically said like a village, which makes me kind of consider it to be a more homely atmosphere. I don't know if that's right, so I'm really interested on that. Light expedition boss, cool. I hope that's fun. Guardian leveling, this is one they said that should be coming soon. They also mentioned Kazran likely to be coming soon as well, which is really cool. And as for the question and answer, they did further reducing equipment costs, looking to reduce EXP required to enhance pass plus 10. That is fantastic. Reducing energy required for clearing side stories. This is the 25%. Lowering the cost of Hunt 13 to 20 energy and also other things. I really think they need to go further than this. Personally, 20 energy versus 22 is almost not noticeable, right? Like, you're gonna do the same amount of runs either way for the most part. You'll just be left with like 12 energy instead of 0. I would love it if they drastically change this personally again. 2 Molagors for future web events and side stories, 1 per week, which is great. I believe they told you how much you expected to get before and how much you expect to get now. And it was something like 28 before or 27 before and 34 now after the patch. And most of these patches are coming relatively quickly. They also said check-in rewards to improve to give more molas, like they said. Planning to release 3 exclusive equipments per cycle. This is massive. Like, to me, exclusive equipment should be like really regular, like once every 2 weeks. Maybe even once every week, add 1. That way we always have something to talk about, right? Working on ML Elemental Summons. This is very heavily hinted at, and I feel like they cherry-picked questions, right? So I would imagine questions that were asked were specifically things they wanted to talk about, either to completely shut things down, which we'll get to in a second, or to leave it open to a possibility. And I think the things that they left open to a possibility are very likely to happen. Additional ML hero per coin shop, still can't see it myself. Permanently adding blind day for anybody past champion 5. Planning to address point inflation. Added another RTA rank and possible arena. They also talked about blind day for RTA, or blind in general for RTA, but they didn't seem too keen on it, specifically because that takes away a lot of strategy, and I personally would rather see who I'm attacking. I feel like for PvP right now, one of the ways to make it slightly better on both sides, this is opinionated, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that in this video, but one of the ways to make PvP more exciting is to have random battles, so you don't know what defense you're fighting, let alone what person, and that way your defense can be a lot more different, your offense can be a lot different. I would really enjoy something like that. They are also, speaking of shutting things down, this is one of the only things they talked about that was actually a clear shutdown. No plans to remove the innate 15% resistance from existing PvE and PvP content, but maybe looking to remove it from future content, specifically PvE, not PvP. And their reasoning was very awkward to this. They specifically mentioned that it ruins the economy if they took away the 15%. Like, they basically said they would have to increase the stamina of hunts if the 15% was taken away, which is just like baffling to me. I don't understand it, but it's their game. They want that 15%. I'm gonna let them have it. Personally, it bothers me, but not enough to really make me angry, and I like the randomness in PvP. Again, personal opinion, don't get mad at me. They're also nerfing the difficulty of episode 3 stages, and I think they were gonna say they said they were gonna try to streamline it a bit. And they're also adding Kazran, which is Yuna's guardian here. Also, we didn't get any collab information outside of one of them slipped up that it's possibly a game. Could have been a complete slip up, but I think it's actually very likely to be a game now, and I'll talk about that in a video tomorrow. Make sure you have subscriptions and you have that stuff all. Do all the stuff. You make sure, okay? And I want to see if anybody else mentioned that they are that they missed anything. So I'm curious why they're not touching anything about the Rylet story. It looks like you got everything covered. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. There was a lot, and there's still more, like, everywhere. There's so much information, and I believe we're gonna get a lot more information soon. Really honestly, the highlights here are the selective summons, the improvements to new players, and ML collection heroes, and then PvE modes, which is really great. So yeah, hopefully that was quick. I realized it was 15 minutes and the other video was 20, but it was still concise. I tried my best. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, make sure you hit that like button, please. Makes helps. Yay! Bye. Awkward. Where's stop recording? Ah!